and welcome back to Tournament 21 of Halo Ninja Warrior. The regeneration era is here, and it is not messing around. 80 competitors have attempted Stage 1 so far, and only one has been successful. Petrillo Fam currently stands alone, awaiting his shot at Stage 2, but now the final 20 competitors of the tournament will have their chance to join him. We've already seen how difficult this first stage can be, especially with the new falling plank, which has already set a new record for most single obstacle failures in a tournament. However, the experience level in the remaining competitors should give them an advantage on this stage. Soon we will see 4 of this course's all-stars, including the new Grand Champion, attack this brutal first stage, and they'll be joined by many veterans, regulars, and newcomers who all want to prove themselves on this renewal course. Now let's get back to the tournament and conclude Stage 1. Well, that's a new record for consecutive first stage failures now. 40 failures in a row. Alex Zombie 11 is up next. He is a newcomer, but he has been putting in a lot of practice for the course, so we'd love to see him do well right here. Hopefully just do better than Patty. Alex Zombie is now on to the stick shift where Patty just failed. Time for him to go around. If Alex Zombie could clear, then obviously 40 would be the consecutive first stage failure record. But if he fails, then the number will just keep going up. Alex Zombie now on to the falling plank. So far, it's definitely been the Ninja Killer. And he is going to go on to the drop down the plank. No, he hits his head. Alex Zombie is out on the falling plank. Another failure for that very difficult obstacle. Well, now we've got crowned Ferret 19 competing in his second tournament. Last time he went out on the TIE Fighter. Everyone remembers him as Irish. Used to compete back on the old Extreme UK Gaming Ninja Warrior of Halo tournaments. And he was a really good jumper. Still is. He still has some skills, and he showed them right there on the first obstacle. Now, crowned Ferret is onto the stick shift. This obstacle, I'm not gonna lie, more people have failed this obstacle than I thought would in this tournament. It was mostly designed as a time-wasting obstacle, but, you know, I guess even with time wasters, you can still get failures. Now he is onto the falling plank. He gets up to the plank drops, and he hits his head too! Another falling plank failure! They are just stacking up. It's unbelievable how much damage that one obstacle can do. Next up, we've got Big Edie 187. He is also competing in his second tournament, and just like Irish, or Crown Ferret, he failed the TIE Fighter last tournament. He could have made it. He just came up short of the dismount. So Big Edie definitely has some skills. And right now, it looks like he's rocking the BR. And Big Edie melees in celebration as he gets through the hill climb. Now he is on to the stick shift. Quickly around the first one. All right, he's actually doing this pretty quickly. Hopefully he doesn't slip off. Big Edie, yes, he's got it. Now onto the falling plank. Gotta climb up this thing first. The climb up hasn't been the easiest, but he does it. And now for the drop. No, another head hit. Another failure on the falling plank. That's 3 in a row after Patty's stick shift failure. Oh, here's a good return, though. Alex J189 is up next. This guy has not competed since Tournament 16. And he is making his 8th appearance on the course today. Alex, he had one great tournament. Back in Tournament 11, he got to the final obstacle of Stage 1, and that was a tough stage, so it made Alex look really good, obviously, but he has struggled with Stage 1 ever since then. Never completing the stage. Tournament 11 was his personal best performance. Could he do better this time? He's been gone for a while, though. I mean, Tournament 16, yeah, it's been a hot minute. Alex J189 currently taking his time on the stick shift, and he's still got a minute left to go as he's onto the falling plank. All right, the last 3 competitors all failed this. Can Alex pull it off? He goes for it. He jumps too early. Alex J189 adds to the list of falling plank failures, and this obstacle is not getting any easier for our competitors. Look at that. He just didn't even have a chance at getting into the head slide right there with how early he jumped. That is a shame. Alex is out on Stage 1, and the sun has set. It's nighttime on the course. Soul Reaper was up next. He also failed the falling plank. This is the first time he's competed in back-to-back tournaments, by the way. Hydra couldn't even get to the falling plank. He failed the stick shift. And then we had Ninty7 Grizzlies. He actually put up a pretty decent run getting all the way to the crooked wall, as did Longshot Arrow 76, who made it past the crooked wall in the last tournament.
You got the semi.
Well, Killer Demand finally has some company from New Zealand in this tournament. The Virtues 11. This guy, a very close friend of Killer Demand. And he's been actually looking pretty solid in practice. Killer is obviously, he's been a big part of the course for a long time. And now the Virtues kind of wants to piggyback off of what Killer's been doing throughout his career. If he could get off to a good start right now, it would look great for him moving forward. Virtues is through the stick shift and onto the falling plank. Can he get by this obstacle? It's been very tough for newcomers, and he gets it.
Beautiful.
What a great run right there at the falling plank. The Virtues now onto the Dragon Glider. A big bounce right there. He's looking good. And Virtues, yes, he is through the Dragon Glider and now onto the crooked wall. Could he pull this off? It would be great for a newcomer to do it. He jumps and he comes up short. Virtues so close. It looked like he really had a chance at that one. He jumped just a little low. Oh, look at that. If he had gotten a little bit higher on the wall, I think he would have had a chance to clear that obstacle.
Oh. Nah, that's me.
Nah, that's all good, man.
Hey, I called out that I was
good.
going to get to the crooked wall. I called out I would get there.
Well, that's great to see that Killer Demand's protege has had a pretty good newcomer performance. With all things considered how tough this course has been, that is a very great run from Virtues. Next up, we've got Itchy Crevice. This guy did get to the warped wall in the last tournament where he timed out, and now he is making his third appearance. I'm not gonna lie, I love this guy. This guy, I feel like he's got some potential. He's got some very good jumping skills. You saw that he beat the crooked wall in the last tournament. So, Itchy Crevice, great gamer tag. Also a pretty solid jumper, and he's got some style. I like it. 360 on the dismount for the hill climb. Now he's onto the stick shift. Taking his time getting around these walls. I'd rather you take your time and clear it and not be like Patty. He is on to the falling plank. All right, this is a big one for Itchy Crevice. Can he get it? He walked all the way to the top and he jumped so early. That wasn't even close. Itchy Crevice goes out on the falling plank. We have now had 90 attempts at stage 1 and still only one clear. This is crazy.
Going into 21, I was curious what the course would be like. There are some similarities, but it's just gotten much more difficult. I'm excited just to give it a go, but it's a challenge for sure.
The legendary Snus. He knows what tough of a course he has in front of him. Last tournament, he went out on the crooked wall. The crooked wall has been very difficult so far, but so has the falling plank. Snus usually does pretty solid on stage 1 even when he doesn't clear. This would be big for him if Snus could enter the regen era with a stage 1 clear. That would be a big statement. He last cleared in tournament 19, but 20 he failed the crooked wall. Snus right now is on to the stick shift. Always rocking the pig helmet. He's very proud of that. Ground pound arena did pretty well for him. Snus now on to the falling plank. If he could get this, it would be huge. Snus was worried about this one. Snus gets the falling plank. Everyone's worried about that. If you can get by it, it is a very big deal right now. Snus is onto the Dragon Glider. He didn't get to attempt this in the last tournament. Snus is going through it, and no, he gets a bad jump. Snus is out on the Dragon Glider. A bad jump off of the pole, and he could not get into the head slide for the second half of the Dragon Glider. Look at this. He might have drifted too far to the left too early. And Snus is out on stage 1 again.
I got a bad jump. I didn't get the... I thought I hit it right, but then I could tell I didn't. God.
This stage is really tough throughout. Even the Dragon Glider hasn't done a lot of damage. Only 6 failures out of the previous 22 attempts, but Snus was one of them. That really shows how anything can take you out on this course. Looking to continue his impressive streak of performances is the veteran Strafe Helix. Strafe first competed back in Tournament 10 as Vulcan 1610, and on his third appearance in Tournament 12, he found his way to Stage 2 for his first time. He eventually failed the swing ladder and then didn't return for all of the Master Chief Collection. On Halo 5, Strafe made his return, and in both of the last 2 tournaments, he has been successful on Stage 1. He still has yet to complete Stage 2, but Strafe put in lots of hard work to do well in this tournament, so let's see if it pays off. Strafe Helix. Been looking really solid lately. And let's see what he can do here in the regen era. Strafe. We are currently at 51 straight failures, by the way, after Snoz's failure. We haven't seen a clear, only one clear out of the first 91 runs. The last one was number 40. It's been a long time. Could Strafe finally break this streak? We're going to watch and find out as he is onto the falling plank. Climbing up right now. Time for the plank to drop. He goes for it and gets a smooth ride into the head slide. Now he's onto the dragon glider. This is where Snoz just went out. Can Strafe figure it out? He gets the bounce. This is an obstacle he did do in the last tournament, and he nails the transition to the second head slide. Now he's onto the crooked wall. Strafe Helix, he's going for it. He goes straight for it. He doesn't stop. Strafe looks so good on the crooked wall. Now for the warped wall. He's not up it in 1. But he has lots of time left. He was making a good pace going here. He's not up it in 2. Strafe Helix, that clock, something to worry about now. He's up it in 3, and still 30 seconds left. Should be enough time if he can beat the Swift Cylinder. Strafe, yes, he's got it. Now he's onto the broken ladder. 22 seconds left, and what's he doing? He's going backwards. Oh my goodness, this is such a risky technique. It might save time. He needs a safe jump going forward, but backwards, he nails it, and Strafe Helix, 9.9 seconds left. He is going back to stage 2 for his 3rd tournament in a row. That is impressive from Strafe. Look at that crooked wall. He demolished it. He made it look so easy, but this was crazy. Going backwards on the broken ladder, a very risky technique. He needed a safe jump at one point, but he pulled it off. And now we finally have our 2nd clear of the tournament.
Nice.
You're going backwards so much? What are you, Houdini?
Great run, Vulcan.
Very well done, Vulcan. All I'll say is you had plenty of time. I'm not sure the need to go backwards, but you made it look very good.
Well, if Houdini would go backwards on the broken ladder, I wonder what other techniques he would have on stage 1. There is Strafe Helix joining Petrillo fam on the 2nd stage. 2 competitors out of 92 runs have now completed this stage. Next up, we've got Caucasians. Yeah, he's changed his gamer tag. I think he did this in the last tournament. He used to be Asians, now he's Caucasians. It's a whole thing. He cleared stage 1 in the last tournament, though. Looked really solid. And he's got a bit of a crowd behind him in the, what's definitely not the spectator platform, but they are watching from behind. That's actually, looks cool. Looks cool to see people back there. Anyway, Asians right now is going through the stick shift. All right, Asians. If he could clear in tournament 20 and a 21, that would be great for him. He's never had back-to-back stage 1 clears. Asians climbing up the falling plank. All right, time for the big jump that he got right there while he was crouched. Nicely done, Asians. Now for the dragon glider. Asians did this obstacle in the last tournament. He's going through it right now. Asians with a big jump, and he's got it onto the crooked wall now. Caucasians, can he do it? He jumps. No, he's too wide to the right, and he fails the crooked wall. Asians once again out on stage 1. He did it last tournament. He could not do it again this tournament. That is so sad to see for Asians.
Go for the kitties.
No!
He launched our launch.
No!
Our runs
did what he
were
did.
exactly the same.
No!
Our runs were exactly the same.
Feeling pretty nervous this tournament. It's a new course, a lot of new obstacles, as well as modifications to old obstacles. You know, feeling less confident about stage 1 this time around, but hopefully I can make the most of it and live up to the expectations.
Raagh, the host of Spartan Sasuke, he has risen up as one of the top jumpers on this course. Cleared stage 1 in the last 2 tournaments, made it to stage 3 in tournament 19. Last time he went out on the salmon ladder, you know he wants some redemption, but he's got a tough stage 1 to get through first. Raagh hoping to be the 3rd competitor to move on to stage 2. No one would have thought that we'd be looking for the 3rd person all the way up in the mid-90s, but that's where we are right now. Raagh currently navigating the stick shift. Looking good, and he's through it onto the falling plank. He takes out his BR to shoot at it first. All right, he switched back to his pistol. Let's see if he can do the falling plank. Raagh gets a nice jump. That was beautiful. His head just hit the perfect spot to get into the head slide. Now for the dragon glider, Raagh goes for it. He gets a good bounce. And Raagh going through the first head slide. Yes, he's got it. The second head slide, Raagh is good to go. Now for the crooked wall. This is a tough one. Asians just failed it. Raagh is going to go for it. And Raagh, no, Raagh, a bad jump. He doesn't even get close on the crooked wall. Raagh fails stage 1 for the first time since Tournament 18. That was very unfortunate for Raagh. He did get a jump out of the water, but he doesn't care about that. He wanted to beat stage 1, and he didn't.
Nope.
Oh.
Right. Well, at least you jumped back out the water.
At least it wasn't a plank.
I think we should hear a little more from Raagh after that unfortunate failure.
Well, I kind of knew going into this tournament that I was probably going to fail stage 1. Tried putting in a lot of practice, but you know, it's a brutal course and brutal obstacles strike again. Crooked wall's tough. I'll get it next time though.
Well, Raagh really didn't sound confident about his run today. He did say that he will do better in the future though. 5 clears out of 19 attempts on that crooked wall right now. That's crazy. That's very low. That is very low. The crooked wall doing a lot of damage. Next up, we have the All-Star. Our first All-Star of the tournament. It is Alpha Puma. This guy, last tournament, went out on the spider walk of stage 2. Not exactly, it wasn't a super memorable run for Puma, but, he's had his ups and downs. And right now, it's the regen era. He just kind of wants to reset and put up a great performance. So let's see what our All-Star can do. He's changed his armor color too. Look at that. He looks very unique now. I kind of like it. Puma. Puma is through the stick shift now onto the falling plank. Of course, he has his scatter shot with him. That was a good sign. Puma on the falling plank nails it. He is good to go, and Puma is going to move on to the dragon glider. All right, Alpha Puma, this is a big one. Can he get it? He gets a decent bounce, not the best bounce, but he's able to get in. He's lagging his way through the obstacle, and Puma is onto the crooked wall. Come on, Alpha Puma. A big obstacle right here. Can he do it? Only 5 people have gotten past it so far. Puma from the Save Jump Academy pulls off the crooked wall. What do you know? 32 seconds left onto the warped wall. He does not get up it in 1. Puma going for a second attempt. He's jumping pretty early. Let's see if he can fix this. He's down to 23 seconds. Not a lot of time. Puma, you need to get up the wall now. Puma still not up the warped wall. This is heartbreaking for Puma. He can't get up it. He's not going to have enough time to clear stage 1. 10 seconds left, and he still cannot get up this wall. Alpha Puma, 5 seconds left. At least get up it for your pride. Come on. Last attempt before the clock expires. Puma is out of time on stage 1. There is nothing left on the clock. He has failed. Alpha Puma will not be advancing to stage 2. He beat stage 1 in both of the last 2 tournaments, but our first All-Star of the regen era has failed at the warped wall.
This is obviously a tougher stage than what we got last time. Obviously, it's a renewal. There's more obstacles that are very tough. And honestly, I just hope that I can clear this stage.
Making his 5th straight appearance is the new veteran Atlantic champ. Atlantic first tried out for Halo Ninja Warrior in Tournament 16, but his qualifying run wasn't good enough to earn a spot in the final tournament. In Tournament 17, he got his first shot at Stage 1, but didn't make much of an impression. He improved in Tournament 18, but in Tournament 19, he made sure everyone knows who he is. Not only did he clear Stage 1 for his first time, but he also managed to dominate Stage 2 on his first ever try. He also made it back to Stage 2 again in the last tournament, but just like Raagh, he failed the dismount of the salmon ladder. Still, Atlantic feels like he has more to prove, and now he has a great opportunity for a strong start to the regeneration era. The way this tournament has unfolded so far has been very, very crazy. But what can you expect from a regeneration era? You know, a renewal course like this. That's kind of, I guess, to be expected. I'm still shocked at some of the failures we've had, though. Atlantic champ is jumping his way through the stick shift. Interesting. All right, he got it. That was actually pretty fast. Wonder if that made him go faster. He still got 70 seconds left. Yeah, must have. Anyway, oh, falling plank. Look at that. Atlantic, so pretty on the falling plank. Now onto the dragon glider. He's not going to stop. Atlantic going for speed right now. And does it work out for him? Yes, he's got the dragon glider. All right, now for the crooked wall. This is tough. Atlantic champ. Can he get it? He jumps so early, but he makes it. What? How did he make that? That was crazy. And Atlantic, okay, he's not up the warped wall in 1, but he still has a lot of time left. Puma just failed this. Atlantic is up it in 2 with almost 40 seconds left as he got up it. Now for the swift cylinder. Atlantic champ. Yes, he's got it. He's onto the broken ladder. And he still has 30 seconds left. Unlike Strafe, he's actually going to turn around for each jump. Atlantic champ. Can he do it? Can he be the 3rd clear of the tournament? Atlantic champ. He is moving on to stage 2 for his 3rd tournament in a row. Just like Strafe Helix. And he had 20 seconds left, over 20 seconds. That is very impressive from Atlantic champ. The fastest time of the tournament so far. And now we are at 3 clears out of 96 attempts.
Well, you know, there's been a long time since the fail. You know, I've had a year to look back on it and think about it. Obviously, I think there's a lot less pressure on me now that the streak has finally come to an end. But, you know, that's now given me a new challenge. You know, I've got to try and get some revenge for the first time ever. And I'm sure that if I do get to the finish line, then everyone will know what it means to me.
Returning for his 21st consecutive appearance is the legend himself, Hunter Unit 751. Hunter was an all-star on the Xbox 360 and is still an all-star on the Xbox One, and he had an amazing streak of 19 straight Stage 1 clears. In the last tournament, Hunter wore number 1000, and for the first time in his career, he was unable to complete the first stage. His records are still incredible, including 15 third stage appearances and 2 final stage appearances. He also hosts his own tournament, known as Ninja Warrior of Halo.
Is this guy learning his jumping abilities the further he gets along this course? Oh my god!
And now for his first time, Hunter is seeking revenge on Stage 1, and specifically, the Crooked Wall. Let's find out if Hunter can redeem himself and also get his 20th ever Stage 1 clear. I very rarely plug other videos I've made mid-tournament. There's Snus giving Hunter some support. But I do want to mention a video I made for Hunter called The Streak. It's kind of a documentary focusing on his career and obviously his incredible streak of Stage 1 clears where he had 19 in a row. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out. Hunter right now, this would be big. He could get, a reload mid-obstacle. I saw the mag fall onto the step. All right. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, if Hunter clears this stage, it will be his 20th clear. That's a big deal for Hunter. And he obviously wants to bounce back after his crooked wall failure from the last tournament. So there is a lot on the line for this Tournament 21 run. Right now, Hunter has to do the falling plank. Hunter is going to run up kind of midway, and Hunter, is he in? No, he's not in! Hunter fails on the falling plank. He was almost into the head slide, but he didn't get it. Hunter, the third obstacle of Stage 1, you can see he kind of hovered there for a second. He had a little glimmer of hope, but it was not enough to keep him up there. Hunter has failed Stage 1 for his second tournament in a row. And that is once again his worst ever performance on this course. I don't believe it.
Didn't let me in. What the come on. What the hell? God, come on.
I feel your frustration.
It was trying to hold you up there. It was like halfway down, you were still trying.
You can hear the frustration from Hunter on that one. The falling plank, such a tough obstacle, and he is not able to get the redemption he wanted after Tournament 20. There's only 3 competitors left, and there's something happening right now. Something is happening. What is going on? Fireball is out in front with a bunch of other competitors with their plasma pistols charged up. What is happening? Is this like a scene from Harry Potter? What? I don't get it. Okay, and they're all just walking off. This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Okay, they're all dead, and there's one man left. Who is that? Oh, yeah. it's Chris. Who else would have thought of that? Coming off of his personal best performance is the veteran Siren. This is his 8th time competing, and he's already managed to complete stage 1 4 times. After failing the metal spin in both tournaments 18 and 19, he finally overcame that and was one of only 2 competitors to reach the 3rd stage in the last tournament. He had an impressive attempt at it as well, making it all the way to the vertical limit Kai. Today, Siren will look to build off of that success and clear stage 1 for his 4th time in a row. I think it's really important to remember how big of a run that was for Chris in the last tournament. I mean, seriously, getting to stage 3, being the only one alongside Fireball on stage 3, that was huge for him. And he looked so solid in the last tournament. Obviously, he's been having a lot of success on Halo 5. And Chris is going to do the jumping technique on the stick shift as well. That has to be fast. Look at how much time he's got. Chris is a very fast jumper, very skilled, and he does get the falling plank. Well done, Chris. All right, he would love to get back to stage 3 again, just to prove that last tournament was no fluke. This guy is so good at jumping. Chris on the Dragon Glider. No, Chris is out on the Dragon Glider. An obstacle that hasn't done that much damage, but it takes out one of the top competitors of Tournament 21. Just like Snus, he got the bad jump off of that pole and was unable to get into the second head slide. Chris, someone I thought might have a shot at getting back to stage 3, fails the Dragon Glider. This stage is finding all sorts of ways to take competitors out, and now we are down to our final 2 competitors. These are 2 of the big timers, guys who have had success for a long time on this course, and I'm excited to see what they've got. Competing in his 14th straight tournament is the all-star Gotenks. Despite failing stage 2 in both of the last 2 tournaments, Gotenks has been one of the most consistent jumpers on Halo 5. Going into this tournament, him, Pixel Projects, and DHG Fireball were the only competitors to clear stage 1 in every Halo 5 tournament. With Pixel not competing today and Fireball going next, Gotenks could actually become the first to go 5 for 5 on Halo 5's first stages. Gotenks is also known for reaching the final stage a record 3 times, and is only the 2nd competitor in the course's history to reach 10 stage 1 clears. Today could be a big day for Gotenks, so let's see if he can stay dominant on Halo 5, or if he will succumb to the new era. Back-to-back tournaments for Gotenks being number 99. This guy has just been very impressive throughout his entire career. So far, the worst performance he's ever had was his very first appearance in Tournament 8, where he failed the flying chute. The flying chute was the 7th obstacle of stage 1 in that tournament. That's the worst he has ever done. It's going to be a challenge for him to step up and clear stage 1 again, though. We've only seen 3 people do it. Gotenks right now, going through the stick shift. He's not a fast guy either. That could be a problem. We've seen a couple timeouts already. A few, actually. And he has struggled with the warp wall in the past. So far back on the falling plane, Gotenks gets it. That was really close. Now he's on to the Dragon Glider, an obstacle he did in the last tournament. A lot of people did this last tournament. And Gotenks, he is through the Dragon Glider very nicely done. Now for the crooked wall. Can he get this one? Gotenks is looking at it, taking his time. He runs up to it. Gotenks with the save jump. Yes, he's got it. And Gotenks barely gets the dismount. Now for the warped wall. He needs to get up this in 1. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's only got 25 seconds left. Not a ton of time for these last 2 obstacles. Gotenks is good on the swift cylinder. He takes another save jump there. All right, he's still got 16 seconds left. Should be enough time for the broken ladder. Gotenks is climbing up right now. All right, down to 10 seconds. This is really looking close from Gotenks. Can he do it? Gotenks, it's climbing up. And Gotenks, the all-star, is moving on to stage 2. 5 for 5 on Halo 5. How perfect does that sound? What an amazing run. Only 2.6 seconds left. He's never been fast, but man, he gets the job done. The crooked wall, no problem. And then this one. The swift cylinder. He needed another save jump on that. He might have been fine without it, honestly. But then he took his time climbing up the broken ladder. And Gotenks puts up another super solid performance. getting through stage 1, and he is only the 4th person to clear stage 1 in Tournament 21 so far. Man, that's amazing.
I love you, Go Tanks. You do it every tournament.
Show these kids who's still on top. Show these kids who's still on top.
Oh my god, you do it every time.
You can hear the excitement from Fireball and Snaz. Look at that timer. That little sliver of green. That's all Gotenks had left, and that was all he needed. It's hard not to root for Gotenks. He's number 99, and he cleared stage 1 once again. That is 4 people moving on to stage 2. The max we can get now is 5. We've already got 4, and there is 1 competitor left.
It feels great. I mean, I love competing in these. It's an amazing feeling. Last tournament was great. Like, I had so much fun coming to this tournament. I mean, people tell me I shouldn't worry very much, but I strive for greatness. I strive to do good. I do get a little nervous. I do want to get back to stage 3. That'd be a good goal for me, but focus on stage 1 right now and see what happens.
The final man to take on Tournament 21's first stage is the 3rd and newest Grand Champion, DHG Fireball. Today, Fireball is making his landmark 10th appearance and has already become one of the all-time greats on this course. On his first appearance in Tournament 12, he reached stage 3, and that was clearly a sign of what's to come. He's now been to stage 3 7 times, and in the last tournament, he finally defeated it. After so many shocking failures throughout all of Tournament 20, Fireball managed to stand out and be the lone survivor of the 4-stage obstacle course. He now joins Buddy Jumps and Just One Player as Grand Champions, and his success is the reason for this new, tougher renewal course. Now let's see if Fireball can continue his unbelievable streak of success and provide us with a run worthy of a Grand Champion. Mr. 100, and he is building a tower of competitors. Fireball trying to one-up Chris on the intro thing. Chris even helping out there. I don't know. I think Chris took the cake on the best intro of the tournament. But that was pretty good, Fireball. All right, Fireball getting a lot of support from his fellow competitors. That 20 right there, that is from him. His banner is hung above the stage, and he wants to follow up his total victory with another legendary one. Let's see what he has here on the first stage. Fireball currently on the hill climb, and Fireball races through it. Fireball has always been fast. He's a lot like Chris, loves to go fast. Would probably love the fastest time here too. Fireball right now working his way through the stick shift. Maybe not the fastest we've seen this obstacle done. Those people who jumped through it, they definitely did it a little faster. Fireball now climbing up the falling plank. Can he do this? The Grand Champion! Yes, he's got it! Number 100 is through and onto the Dragon Glider. Alright, he gets kind of an early bounce there, but he still makes it. He makes it work. Fireball is through the Dragon Glider and now onto the crooked wall. Such a tough obstacle right here. Fireball's gonna go for it. He nails it. Look at that! Our Grand Champion is making short work of this stage. Okay, maybe not the warped wall. He's gonna shoot at it a little bit. Fireball is up it on his second attempt, and he's still got plenty of time. Onto the Swift Cylinder. Fireball, does he get it? Yes, he does. He's onto the broken ladder. DHG Fireball is gonna climb his way up the broken ladder and try to clear stage 1 once again. Look at this guy go. DHG Fireball with his 8th stage 1 clear in a row. That is incredible. 15.5 seconds left. That is your Grand Champion from Tournament 20. And man, he looked like it right there. That was a great run. He only slipped on the warped wall once. Other than that, such a clean run. And that wraps up stage 1 with 100 attempts and 5 clears. Well, the regeneration era has given us our fewest clears on stage 1 since Tournament 13. With only 5 people moving on, the challenges will only get harder. Petrillo Fam, Strafe Helix, Atlantic Champ, Go Tanks, and the Grand Champion DHG Fireball will all get their shot at stage 2, helping them get one step closer to achieving total victory. For the first time on Halo 5, nobody will be taking on stage 2 for their first time, so hopefully that extra experience will benefit our competitors. Anyway, that wraps up stage 1, so remember, if you ever want to compete, just message Smokey Massacre on Xbox Live. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time on Halo Ninja Warrior.